Today, we're going to start out with SEO facts that you need to know before you start, and we're going to go a little bit into how do you start a blog and what that's all about. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the question box, and I'll be sure to answer them. So, why is SEO important at all for contractors? Well, it's all about helping people to find you. Nowadays, people are going online for everything, whether it's finding someone to do a project for them or just gathering information about it. And that's where we want to be. That's where you want to be. You want to be the person that's found. And SEO, specifically blogging, can help you get there. You can work your way up to the top of Google. So when people search, how do you paint a room? Your blog will be there. They'll click on it and they'll learn about it from you. So they will connect getting rid of the mystery of how to paint a wall with your business, which helps to build trust. So eventually when they're like, oh, I need someone to paint my wall, who are they going to go to? Someone they've never heard about before, or someone who informed them about how to do it. They're going to go with the person that they've heard about before. It's basic psychology. So that's why it's important. Now, let's go into what you should know about SEO before you start. The first and most important part is that organic SEO, aka blogging, takes time to work. I've never seen it work in less than a few months. It's because you have to work your way up through the ranks of Google, because Google doesn't really know about you that well. So you have to build trust with it and work your way up. The thing about it is that it's different for everyone. It can depend on your location, in your industry, and if people are searching for you. So for some people, we've seen within 3 months, they have posts near the top of Google. They're getting, like 50 to 100 visitors a day, and they start off really well. For some people, we've seen it take, 6 months, 8 months, even a year before they start seeing a lot more traffic and start gaining more higher ranking posts. But what's similar for everyone is number 3, which is you got to start off small. When I first started, it looked like my blog post, it looked like a college essay. It was blocky, it had 5 sentences per, and you know what? It was good. It was a start. Over time, I was able to work it so that I was able to put more advanced SEO tactics in there and change my writing style, but it's all because I actually started, and I started off small. Number 4, which a lot of people don't like, is that the return on your investment, your time and your knowledge, isn't immediate. You're not going to start writing a blog. A few months later, you get some higher ranking posts and people are going to start emailing you and calling you like, oh, wow, I read your blog post. It's really great. I want to work with you. I love you. That's not necessarily how it's going to go. People are going to read these blog posts and then they're going to go away. And they're going to come back and read some more and they're going to go away. But eventually, you're going to show them your knowledge. You're going to build trust with them. And then when they need your services or the services of someone in your industry, that's when the ROI comes off. It's about first brand building for trust and authority, and then the monetary ROI comes in. Now, number 5, which is also super important, I just had to beg you, as tempting as it might be, please don't take any shortcuts. Google hates shortcuts. So if you try to trick it or manipulate it somehow into ranking you higher, it might do it at first. You might see more traffic and everything, and it might seem like, oh, wow, this is a great idea. I can't believe everybody doesn't do this. The reason they don't do that is because Google will find out. It will catch you, and it will hit that smite button and send you back to the end of Google. And working your way back up from there is almost impossible. So start off small, don't take shortcuts, and give it time. That's basically what you should know about SEO before you start. Now let's get into the actual blogging. First, let's go over some of the great blogs for contractors that I've noticed work the best. My personal favorite that I love so much to write about are project profiles. You're literally just writing about a project you've done recently. Hopefully you'll have some pictures of what it started, what the before was, what it was like during, and the after. If you have those, great. Then you'll be able to write about the process. How did our customer find us and why did they hire us? What did it look like? What did they want done? here is our process for how we made their project come to life. And then you show, and this is the end. This is great for taking the mystery out of how you do stuff. People will come and read these profiles. They'll see your process, how you do things, and what it looks like. So you're taking the mystery out of it, which helps to build trust, which is what blogs are for. And it's beautiful. I do these for one of our clients, a couple of our clients, and they're some of the most read posts on their sites. After that comes the how-tos, which are pretty easy for most contractors because you're just writing about you and your crew's processes. That's it. It's super easy. You just list it out, talk about why it's important and why you choose to do it that way, and you're done. Next is when you get to rely on your industry knowledge, where you talk about the best or most popular things, best ways to take care of your lawn for summer, most popular interior paint colors for bedrooms, stuff like that. So you can kind of have some fun with those. So now we've gone over the different types of blogs, let's go, where do you start? So one of the easiest places to start is just think about the questions people ask you, how to do something, why something is better than other, versus those kind of deals. Just write them down and then choose one. After that, just do a brief outline and then fill it in. So for example, what a beginner's blog usually looks like, you have the main title. Let's say you're a pond company and somebody asks, how do you clean a pond? Well, here's your main title, how to clean a pond. Then just do a short introduction about what it's about. This post will go over our 7-step process for cleaning a pond. Then you answer the question with pictures. Pictures are super important. Everybody loves pictures. So you go, well, step 1, how do you clean a pond? We drain it and remove the fish. We drain in the pond because we feel that's the best way to get it clean. We can get right into the deep bottom of it. We can get all the nooks and crannies, and that's how we feel it works best. Removing the fish, well, we'll take that pond water that they're living in and pump it into a tub placed over in the shade and move them over there. They're going to be nice and comfortable while we clean their home. And then you go to steps 2, 3, 4, and all the way down to number 7. And then you just do a short conclusion. This is the best way we found to clean ponds and help them stay that way. It's very basic, it's very easy, and it's a great place to start. Starting off small and then working way bigger is how these things usually end up working. So for example, how we write blogs, I have to find a topic, I go to title, subtitle, introduce it. I have a fun intro, like now that I've been working at this for 2 years, I can throw in characters and dialogue and all this other fun stuff, get to the information, and then a conclusion. It's, this is what it can look like once you've been working through it for a long time. But these things, as I've said a lot, you'll probably get tired of hearing me say, they take time. So here's an example of one of our clients, Sherwood Painting. When we first started out way back in 2018, they were barely getting any views. Their first page view was in February, and we started back in January. And then eventually it started climbing up and up. We got, like, by April, he's getting 700 views in a week. Up and up and up. 2019, 6,000, 5,000. Earlier last year, 15,000. Even this year, he's still getting in the multiple thousands of views. That's also just Sherwood. He's in a major metropolitan area up in New York where there's a lot of people searching for this kind of stuff. So he's kind of a special one on that one. But we have other ones where it's taken months and months for them to start climbing up to get, a couple hundred. But even in those smaller areas, our clients still say, yeah, people read these blogs, they talk to us about them and tell us that they like reading it, it's informative. So it doesn't really matter how many people you get, it's how many people you have a positive impact on.